Academy Sports and Alabama A&M Athletics are teaming up to get baseball equipment to kids in Huntsville. Today, the groups donated an Academy Sports gift card, balls, gloves, and other gear to the Huntsville Lakewood Recreation League. As part of the program, A&M student athletes will visit and mentor kids throughout the semester.
We care, and we're supporting them and trying to help them fight through these challenging times. And our student athletes get just as much reward for being a part of it.
They say this mentorship program will help about 50 kids in the community.